Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're just joining me for the first time, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you'll subscribe and continue on with us for our 365-day journey during the year of 2020 through Sarah Von Bronick's book, Simple Abundance. You can see on all my thumbnails and my channel homepage that this channel is dedicated to her principles, which are throughout the book in daily entries: joy, harmony, beauty, order, simplicity, and gratitude. And we've been specifically focusing on home this month. And I've really enjoyed all these entries. Really, since we finished this fashion section, I liked all the senses, and then now getting into the home, it's really, quote unquote, like no pun intended, hitting home with me, because I love my home, and then also because I'm doing a lot of reorganization and evaluation of what works and what doesn't, it's a good reminder for me to do it. What about you guys? I'm enjoying your comments, so I think that a lot of it is also hitting home with you guys as well. So we're talking about the entries May 26th and 27th. They're not specifically about the home. They are more geared towards Sarah's principles. And in the 26th, she talks about perfection. The entry is called Progress, Not Perfection. I told you before, I've had my own struggles with perfection. I have such a high expectation of myself and my performance. I've let go in some respects. Like, I will say with my business, it's a monthly situation where inevitably there's some kind of mistake that happens, and it's like I just have had to kind of, I do my best, and if something goes wrong, then I have to make apologies. But I kind of have just realized that I don't know if it's humanly possible to have perfection in every facet of the moving parts that are my business. So I've let go a little bit there, but other areas, like I have a part-time job and I work really, really hard at that, but I make mistakes there as well too, so it's difficult to have that pointed out. And then it's like, man, I don't know how I mixed up those numbers or whatever I did. So maybe I'm giving up my perfectionism because I'm just failing at it so badly. I don't know. And then I did share with you guys when I brought in a little bit from Brené Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection, that a lot of it is like you have to just give up the thought that perfection is the way to go, that we're all perfectly imperfect, and it's a beautiful thing. So in this entry, Sarah talks about a story with her and her daughter, and they were trying to recreate something in the garden that they had seen in a magazine, and it just didn't come out the way they wanted to. Nowadays we would call that a fail, right? When you try those things on Pinterest or whatever and they don't come out right. And she had to deal with the fact that it wasn't going to be perfect, and she brings some good points up about perfection. How much of our lives is frittered away, spoiled, spent, or sullied by our neurotic insistence on perfection? That's what she asks us. In the story that she talked to about, she says, I just wanted to share that took place during the prehistoric era, she calls it, before the internet. I'm afraid it's only gotten worse since then. And even though I'm currently living in an apartment with no garden, patio, or balcony, I want them all right now, she says, because she shared earlier that she was looking on Pinterest and everything. Perhaps we were pushed into perfection because our parents expected us to live up to a standard they knew they themselves could never achieve. It wasn't enough in my family, she says, to win first place. We also had to make it look easy. Certainly our parents wanted more for us. But more of what? Misery? Haven't you had enough? Today, accept that perfection in any field is unattainable. In real life, we should strive to be our best, not the world's. Still, there always will be a misspelled word, a stain on the carpet, a terracotta potager, and with streaks of mud. That's what she wanted to put together. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Potager? Perfect women do not manifest on this plane of existence. Celebrities who sell perfection are more to be pitied than censored, envied, or emulated. Why? Because despite their fame and bank accounts, they rarely know a moment's peace. The whole world is watching, waiting for a misstep. And then when it happens, the collective glee of strangers and the social media backlash is horrific to live through. Thank you, no, I'll pass, she says. Perfection leaves so little room for improvement, so little space for acceptance or joy. On the path we've chosen, progress is the simple pleasure to be savored daily. Of course, perfect moments are sure to be ours, such as spending a sunny afternoon in May gardening with her daughter, like in that story she told. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be pleasing. What do you guys think about that? That's quite something to think about. And if we tie it into all the entries about the home, your home doesn't have to be perfect either. Maybe I will have to put all my storage totes in somewhere and hide them with a big sheet over them. And then I'll just have to accept that it's not perfect like I want it to be. It's about letting go. Why am I sitting on the floor? I didn't even address this. It's because Annabelle was being such a, I don't want to say nuisance, but she just, oh no, she heard me. She was really messing up the other place that I was doing a video. So I came down to try to have her be calmed a little bit, and then it's probably because I said her name, but anyway, she was up in the window and a chipmunk came up, and that's why I got distracted. You showing off? Lay down. The May 27th entry, we've talked about this before. This is one of Sarah's principles, simplicity. And she calls it simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. And she calls this the three divine qualities of the orderly soul. Henry David Thoreau believed, quote, "Our life is frittered away by detail." She actually says, "Sorry, but I disagree, Mr. Thoreau. I think our lives are frittered away by lack of focus." But how can we focus on our intention on what's truly important when we're half crazed because we can never find anything? However, Thoreau's remedy for the frittering frets still works today. Simplify, simplify, simplify. This week, consider that with a little bit of courage and imagination, you can find the breathing space you crave. You may think you're only clearing clutter from a junk drawer or juggling commitment to find a few hours to get your house in order, but your soul knows better. We've talked a little bit about simplicity, but think about some of the ways that you can simplify your schedule or what's on your to-do list. Maybe it's asking for help. Sometimes things can go so much more quickly when you just have someone else to help you. And you know how we were talking about the KonMari and her daughter helping her with the clean out of her place? it's definitely a good idea to have somebody helping you if you're trying to really get rid of a lot of stuff and make decisions like that. So think about how you can simplify. Simplicity. No, sorry, not simplicity. Simplify. Wow, that's a mouthful. Say it 10 times fast. Be thinking about that though. I definitely could bring some simplicity and make some things more simple for my own life. Something to do a journal exercise about. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow for the May 28th entry, and we're getting close to the end of May, and then we'll be getting into June. Really hope you're able to get out and enjoy some of the weather, if you're having some nice weather. And I hope you have a nice kitty to keep you company like me. All right, I'll see you next time, guys. Lots of love. Bye-bye.